Hello, my name is Mike DeGrace. I am the head of the Ecosystem Success Team at the Universal Robots Group, and I'm here live from Automate 2025, where you are watching our Artificial Intelligence Cobot Walk. We're going to visit a variety of partners today. If you have any questions about any of the partners there, or you'd like to learn more about the Universal Robot, please drop those questions in the comments field below. We've got a team from Universal Robots standing by to answer all of your questions. And so to begin our tour, I'm here with my colleague Andrew Pether and Akil Daka from NVIDIA, who are going to talk about our AI Accelerator that you heard about last year. And just what this product does and how it enables our platform. So Andrew, you want to take it away?
Sure. Thanks very much, Mike. So yes, the AI Accelerator is a product that we released in October last year, and essentially what it is kind of an expansion of our platform to include NVIDIA robotics technologies, both software and hardware. So what we do is from our Polyscope X platform, which is our next generation software platform that was also released at the end of last year, we add a bunch of new API calls into our SDK to allow you to directly reach into the NVIDIA robotics ecosystem to call out to models that are running on the Jetson, which is the hardware foundation of our AI Accelerator compute module, to bring the results of AI models for tasks such as object detection and pose estimation, collision-aware path planning, classification for inspection, and a whole host of other capabilities directly into your Universal Robots program. So with this, all of our partners that already know how to build a plugin for Universal Robots can just directly, using that same SDK, now access the power of NVIDIA Robotics, Isaac Ross, Isaac Manipulator, directly from those tools they already know and love. So a lot of this we're doing training on the edge device itself, but we also have the option to leverage Isaac Sim from NVIDIA as well to kind of expand our training data set and unlock new capabilities with that as well. So over to you, Akil.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Mike. Really happy to be here. So just expanding on what Andrew talked about, I want to reframe from what's NVIDIA's role in the field of robotics. You know, our Isaac platform is really geared and tuned for all robotics applications and workflows, be it any type of robot. And the idea is that you essentially want, for autonomous operation, you really want to have the brains that can decide and plan and act on the next task ahead. And so that's kind of we call the first computer where you train the brains of the robot. The second computer, which is what Andrew mentioned about, which is Isaac Sim and Omniverse, is where robots learn to be robots. This is where we can bring in a robot in a simulation environment, we can do lots of what-if scenarios, and we can really hone in on the true performance of the robot. And once you're happy with how the robot is performing in simulation, the final step is to deploy that onto the actual machine, which is what you see here with the AI Accelerator kit, where the software and the hardware are running. I'd like to point out that one of the models that is really powering this robot is called Foundation Pose, which actually a lot of the data to train that model came from simulation. And that's one of the things that really is the power of simulation and Isaac Sim, is that when you have robots and you're looking at building new use cases, usually data is very minimal. And so you can then use simulation to generate new synthetic data to train the perception model. So Foundation Pose, which is really the backbone of this application here, was trained on synthetic data and really kind of helps bridge that sim to real gap and overcome the data challenge. So there's many, many different workflows that can be enabled through sim, but really our role as NVIDIA is to provide the technology to partners like you are to be able to integrate into their workflow and then really give that value to the end customer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew and Akil. And again, if you have questions about the AI Accelerator or how NVIDIA is empowering the Universal Robots platform, please feel free to drop those questions down in the comments. We have a team standing by ready to answer your questions and get you plugged in with the right resources. Thanks so much. We're going to continue on this direction, where we're going to visit another one of our partners looking to enable our UR platform with artificial intelligence. For those of you who are interested in learning more about Universal Robots, getting connected to experts and some resources that can help you begin to implement your cobots faster, please check out the link we're going to drop down below to our UR forums. The forums is a great place to get connected to some of the resources at Universal Robots, and again, equip you for integration, writing your own UR caps, or just beginning your exploration of our platform.
We are, hopefully, because there was two versions.
So one of the most exciting things we get to do at Universal Robots is work with a huge number of partners here at the shows. As far as approved products on the UR Plus ecosystem, there are over 300 partners creating over 500 plug-and-play solutions in an enormous number of applications and industries. The approval process includes both a hardware and software compliance. So parts and products grabbed or able to work with the Universal robots not only are able to mount seamlessly and easily, but also integrate on the software side seamlessly. So you've got the ability to configure the UR Plus components and solutions from our Teach Pendant, our Polyscope teaching environment. And we'll drop a link down in the comments section below here for the UR Plus ecosystem, so you can check out all of the solutions and products that make up our partner network. So we are here at the Zebra booth. Zebra recently acquired Photoneo. And Photoneo has been able to enable our robots with 3D vision, point cloud data, to augment applications like bin picking, as well as navigation. So in particular, some of the most exciting things that we're able to do with the Zebra Photoneo integration is semi or even unstructured part picking, extremely useful in metal handling for automotive, aerospace, anything in the machining environment. And it's an exciting new partnership between Zebra and Photoneo. And again, if you have questions about this partnership, what this means for Universal Robots, please feel free to drop those down below. We'll add some information as well about the new Zebra Photoneo partnership. So we'll continue on this way over to our next partner visit, to Shunk. We're going to learn about their EZU integration as well as smart grasping. And we'll hear from my friend Aaron Royster on the Shunk team. Perfect. So we're here with Aaron. Aaron, can you talk about smart grasp and just how you guys work with the Universal Robots platform?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, we're excited to be here at Automate this year. So Shunk is a manufacturing technology provider. So we're excited to be a part of the UR ecosystem, not only for gripping, which most companies know Shunk for, but also in work holding technologies that work together in the UR ecosystem as well. So our technologies are being utilized in new ways, and AI can play a part in that primarily through grasp planning. So with mechatronic grippers, which offer control and analytic capabilities, you can take images and make decisions based on how to best pick those workpieces when they're chaotically presented. Here we see a more traditional application using a UR with a mechatronic gripper, but imagine if those workpieces were in varying positions. Instead of having to have a programmer use logic, you can use AI to make the best decisions for how to handle those parts. So yeah, we're excited to be a part of the ecosystem, and Michael, thank you.
Thanks so much, Aaron. And again, if you have questions about Shunk, Smart Grasp, how they enable the Universal Robots platform in the metal space, please do feel free to drop those questions down below. And again, we'll put some information in there about how to find the Shunk stuff in UR+. Thanks so much, Aaron. We'll continue on. It's a busy Automate here, so we'll make our way through the crowded aisles. For those of you who are tuning into this LinkedIn Live and you'd like to learn more about how to become a Universal Robots partner, whether that looks like integrating solutions, maybe potentially creating products that would then be used as part of solutions, grippers, vision systems, anything like that. We have a phenomenal resource for getting started with developing on the Universal Robots platform, and it's called our Developer Suite. We're going to drop a link down below in the comments so that you can quickly access that resource. It is a great place, a repository of fantastic tools for understanding our SDK, our API, how to begin actually building that configurable piece on the Universal Robots platform. So again, visit us at the developer network down below. For our next partner visit in the AI-focused walk, we're going to go and see Cambrian Vision. And I think that you guys are going to be pretty excited to see what they've done. One of the coolest things that's happening in the artificial intelligence space, and as it makes its way into physical AI, is that there are a huge number of applications with a really diverse range of environments that the cobots are now able to go into. Universal Robots was always a very flexible platform, but AI is bringing flexibility and precision to the next level. So environments with extraordinarily low structure or a highly dynamic presence are able to be automated with these powerful AI solutions. So we're going to go around the bend here and visit our friends over at Cambrian. Again, please feel free to drop your questions or comments down in the comments section below. We'd love to get you plugged in with all the resources you need to learn about the Universal Robot. And so we're here at Cambrian Robotics, and I'm going to invite our friend Bishoy to talk to us a little bit about the integration that you guys have done here. So can you talk to us a little bit about what we're seeing here?
Sure. So here we have two UR10s working together. We're doing a full wire harness manipulation. So we have the cameras detecting the cables and doing the full insertion, as you guys can see together. Here, this one is holding it up, and then the second one doing the detection and the full insertion automatically.
So as I mentioned earlier, one of the most dynamic environments, one of the most dynamic handling applications that we can see, wire harness handle. Thank you so much, Bishoy. And if you have questions for Cambrian or you'd like to learn more, we'll drop all of that information down in the comment section below about how to find them and learn about this pretty awesome solution. Thanks so much, Bishoy. We're going to make our way over here to our next partner. If you're interested in thought leadership with Universal Robots and you'd like to be part of the dialogue that's taking place in the automation space and just what's new with Universal Robots, there is no better resource than our ReAutomated Podcast, hosted by my colleague Chris. The ReAutomated Podcast is an awesome place to stay up to date on the latest and greatest in Universal Robots and be part of the thought leadership that's taking place in this awesome industry. So we're going to make our way up to the main aisle, again, in this very, very busy Automate 2025. For those of you who are in the Detroit area this week, coming in and would like to visit us, please see us at booth 4023, where we're showing a bunch of really cool stuff. One thing in particular that is pretty exciting for Universal Robots this week at Automate, what makes it Automate special is that we are celebrating over 20 years now in specializing in collaborative robots. In addition, we've taken this awesome opportunity to launch our new UR15. The UR15 is another addition to our UR series product line, joining our UR20 and our UR30. The 15 marks a significant improvement in speed capability of the Universal Robot, bringing our robots, or bringing the UR15 up to 5 meters per second of capable speed, all while retaining the same best-in-class industry ease of use and deployability. So we'll make our way over here to our partner Seammens, where we're going to learn about their standard robot control interface, SRCI, and the Somatic product, enabling partners not only with artificial intelligence, but also in the logistics and handling space. And again, if you have any questions about our partners that you've seen on the tour thus far, the Universal Robot or Mobile Industrial Robot, please feel free to drop those in the comments down below. So we'll take a right over here and make our way over to the Seammens booth, where we'll hear from Kevin. Perfect. So it looks like maybe he's busy. That's part of being at the trade show. So this is the Seammens integration, the Somatic Robot Pick AI. This is powered by Seammens Robot Control Interface, SRCI. And again, a powerful tool for enabling customers in the logistics space or handling space. Actually, I see Jermaine just freed up. Can I snag you to talk a little bit about SRCI, Somatic, and just how you enable customers in the artificial intelligence space with Universal Robots?
Okay, so one of the challenges in customer adoption is a learning curve. So we do our best to make stuff simple to adopt, simple to integrate, and simple to set up. Here, this solution is agnostic to objects that it works with and to computer that it runs on. And it is able to identify the next object to pick, choose the optimal picking point, pick up the object and place it in the bin. But also, as an additional AI tool to provide environmental awareness to the robot, we use a vision language model that is running separately. So, let me restart the robot. It has the last object to pick. What we do here is when the object has picked up the next object, it shows it to the camera. Then there is a vision language model running here, and it tells us that it's an antibacterial plastic bandages box without knowing anything about the objects up front. And it all runs on the edge without any cloud connection.
Thanks so much, Jermaine. And again, if you have questions about Seammens, the Somatic, the SRCI, anything that you heard Jermaine talk about, we'll drop a link down below for where you can access more information about how Seammens is empowering the Universal Robot with artificial intelligence capabilities. We'll make our way back to the Universal Robots booth. Thanks so much, Jermaine. And as we wrap up our tour here, we're going to hear from a couple of other Universal Robots partners, 3D Infotech and Aimeino AI, who are enabling metrology and quality inspection, as well as very, very dynamic part handling.
So they have a bunch of
In the comments section below, we're going to drop a link for a newsletter that was written about the collaboration with Seammens and Teradyne Robotics, Mir Mobile Industrial Robots and Universal Robots at MXD in Chicago. The Seammens team has worked with the Teradyne Robotics team to create a phenomenal customer experience where customers can simulate entire production zones and take it from start to finish how the Universal Robot and Mobile Industrial Robot can be deployed to solve customer problems. So we're here at the Universal Robots booth once again, and we're going to hear from Tom with 3D Infotech to learn a little bit about how AI empowers their metrology and quality inspection applications. So Tom, can I grab you for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey. So my name is Tom Hess. I work with 3D Infotech. We have about 10 years of metrology automation experience. So what we're showing today here is we've got automated 3D scanning and inspection. So typically for our customers, what that involves is putting a part onto the plate and maybe doing some special fixturing, teaching the robot program, creating an inspection template. And so now that UR has a partnership with NVIDIA, everything's AI enabled, and that's changing everything. So what that means for us is that we're minimizing the operator intervention. We can just place a part down and instantly get feedback as to what's wrong with the part and take some corrective actions. So we're constantly monitoring the table for what part is placed down. We identify what it is, where it is, automatically create the, dynamically create the robot path, and do the full inspection. So what it's doing is it's lowering the barrier to entry for anyone who wants to get a better ROI, even when they're not doing high volume runs of parts.
Thanks so much, Tom. And again, we're going to drop some information down below for how to find out more about 3D Infotech and the way that they work with Universal Robots. And if you have questions, please feel free to use the comments section below. We're going to make our way to our final stop back here in the Universal Robots booth, where we're going to learn about Aimeino AI and see this pretty awesome solution. So if you'll just follow me around this way. And we're going to hear from the team here about this integration. So Gal, can you take us through what who Aimeino is and what you guys are doing to empower the Universal Robot with artificial intelligence?
So at Aimeino, what we do is we efficiently teach UR robots through wearable devices like these ones, where the user wears the robot end effectors on their hands to be able to teach the motion and strategy around how to do the assembly of the task. So based on the data around the object or the position and orientation of the interface, and also the forces, torques, and the vision that we get from that data around the interface itself, we'll then train our AI model to be able to learn how to do that specific assembly task. And from that, we'll then deploy it onto our bimanual system here with the URs to be able to execute that task in the factory.
Thanks, Gowan. As you can see from the demo here, a hugely dynamic environment with a dynamic part that we're picking. This is where artificial intelligence is bringing robotics today. It's such an exciting time to be part of this industry. So if you have questions, if you want to get connected, if you want to learn more about what Universal Robots is doing in this space and how our partners are equipping our platform to do the most advanced solutions in the world, please feel free to drop that information or get connected with us down below. We would love to get you plugged in with the Universal Robots team and answer your questions. We'll drop a few more useful links down for you below. Please feel free again to use the comments field to get connected to the Universal Robots team.